The reason the memory palace technique works is because it takes advantage of how the brain works best. The brain has evolved to store memories of visual images and spatial locations.
This computer is now synced with the monitor, which is in the scanner. So it's a back of the scanner is basically a display. And we gave Simon a task. So we ask him that he tries to memorize these words. And of course, while he does so, the activity in his brain changes. That allows us to measure where in the brain oxygen-enriched blood is going to, and so we can actually make assumptions where in the brain we have activity. For the memory athletes, but they get very close to perfect when you call in this kind of task. Someone who trains their memory for just 6 weeks might achieve something like 60 out of 72 words, and someone who didn't train their memory, they're more like a 20.
So what we see here is the brain of a memory athlete, and this tiny part here on the right side of the brain, of the hippocampus, is enlarged in memory athletes compared to control subjects. That structure is involved in stimulus-response learning. So if you go from location to location in your route, and you see a given scene or a given location, and then you come up with the information you place there. Okay, that is a structure with very important interaction between the hippocampus. We know from previous studies that in particular this part that is important for navigation can become larger through training. For example, in taxi drivers, if they learn for years and years how to navigate, then that part of the hippocampus actually gets bigger. What we learn studying memory athletes is that their brains aren't different structurally than the rest of us. Instead, what we see is that they have a changed connectivity pattern in their brain. Some brain regions are more strongly connected, others are more weakly connected. And what is fascinating is that we found if you teach complete novices the memory palace technique, they not only perform better on memory tests, but they also change the connectivity patterns in their brains in the same way as we see with memory athletes.